It's another edition of the Property First Show, your go-to show for real estate matters, brought to you by Bapsomo Communications. I'm Laile Oyatogun. We say a big thank you to all our viewers in and outside Nigeria. We promise to keep working tirelessly to ensure your housing needs are met. To all our social media followers on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Google+, thanks for the love. If you're not yet a member of our social media community, then follow us at Property First Show. Thank you for all your inquiries via phone calls, text messages, and email. We urge you to keep them coming as we do our best to answer them all. Did you miss any of our previous episodes? Not to worry, search for Bapsomo Comms on YouTube. Subscribe, like, and comment. Have you got a property for sale, let, or lease you'd like us to feature on our program? Or are you into the business of interior decor, painting, roofing, bathroom products and equipment, cement and electronics? Or do you have a real estate event coming up that you'd like us to cover? Then call us on 09020232719. or 081-8653-3938. You can also send an email to propertyfirst@bapsomocommunications.com. It is generally agreed by industry experts that real estate investment is one of the most secure, profitable, and futuristic investments for any discerning investor. Later on the show, our expert for the week will be discussing real estate investment vis-a-vis the risks involved. But before then, we have our property showcase segment. It's that segment where we bring to you tastefully designed properties you can't resist. Enjoy it. Hello and welcome to Property First Show, your go-to show for real estate matters. I'm Laile Oyatogun.
I'm AKINMADE.
My name is Eve.
My name is Imo.
I'm Lola Ogumbadejo, and this is the Property First Show, your go-to show for all real estate matters.
Conversation on all our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+, at Property First Show. I'm Laile Oyatogun.
Property First Show, airing on this station every Monday by 8:30 p.m.
The first property we have for you today is a 5-bedroom detached building located in Queen's Court in the Highbrow Parkview Estate in Ikoyi, Lagos. Entrance into this property is through this large white high-quality security door. This door opens into a large living room with equally large dining area. At the foot of the stairs that leads upstairs is a door to the kitchen. This kitchen is fully furnished with a washing machine, gas cooker with heat extractor, microwave oven, fridge and freezer, high-quality kitchen cabinets, marble tiled surfaces with wash hand basin, AC in the kitchen, extractor fan, and a store. A back door from the kitchen leads to the backyard. A wood-colored tiled staircase with stainless steel handrails leads up to the first floor, where we have the large family lounge, with a balcony that gives a view of the neighborhood and surrounding buildings. On this first floor too are 3 of the bedrooms, all of which are en suite and have their air conditioners, large windows for cross ventilation, fitted wardrobes. The bathrooms have cubicle showers, modern wash hand basins, water closet, and water heater. A unique feature of the bedrooms on this floor is the white Italian floor tiles used in them. Glass with stainless steel handrails takes you to the second floor of this building, where you have the master bedroom. Entrance into the master bedroom is through high-quality security door with coded combination lock. It is also floored with white Italian floor tiles, large windows. It has a walk-in closet, a beautiful bathroom with bathtub, water heater, WC and urinals, unique wash hand basins, and cubicle shower. The master bedroom also has a balcony that gives a view of neighboring buildings and a kitchenette. Other features of this building include modern light fittings, surround sound and speaker systems, large compound with ample parking space, underground water reservoirs, motorized steel entrance gate and security gatehouse. This property is going for 350 million naira net. The second property offering for today is a 4-bedroom semi-detached duplex located in a quiet neighborhood in the Ologolo area of Lekki in Lagos. On the ground floor of the building is a very spacious living room with an elevated dining area. There is also a furnished kitchen which boasts of appliances like a gas cooker with a combi heat extractor and a marble-top work table with plenty of storage cabinets. A back door in the kitchen leads you to the backyard where you have the boys' quarters. A marble tile floor with metal handrails leads you upstairs where you have a family lounge. 2 of the bedrooms open into the family lounge, one of which is a very large master bedroom with its own built-in wardrobe. It has its own balcony made with stainless steel handrails. The bathroom is fitted with a glass cubicle, jacuzzi, wash and basin, and the entire walls are tiled from top to bottom. The other rooms have similar features, and all the doors and frames are made of polished wood. This building is connected to public power supply. Water supply is provided with the installation of a borehole and water treatment plant. The building is well secured with the installation of an electric fence, cameras, and entrance into the building is through very strong steel gates. It also has ample parking space with a carport provided. This property is going for 60 million naira. For more details on the title of this property, please call the numbers on the screen.
You'll agree with me that those properties are really lovely. And I like the fact that the developers took time to ensure quality is not compromised. So start calling the numbers displayed to finalize sales. Up next is the Real Estate Digest. Don't go away.
Nigerian Institute of Building seeks collaborative support from private sector and government to meet housing needs of citizens. Building collapse, Federal Capital Territory Administration to commence massive integrity tests. Central Bank of Nigeria expresses concern over the Land Use Act being a major impediment towards their effort at boosting housing provision. Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria commences zero equity for housing loan subscribers. Nigerian Institute of Building seeks clarification from the federal government on the domestication of the National Building Code. Delta State Governor Ifeanyi Okowa urges mortgage institutions to encourage civil servants to build houses. Central Bank of Nigeria introduces dispute resolution platform for mortgage banks. Trade Union Congress President tasks federal government on affordable houses for workers. Lagos State Government promises prospective homeowners allocation in October.
Hello and welcome to Property First Show, your go-to show for real estate matters. I'm Laile Oyatogun.
I'm Niyi Akinlese.
My name is Eve.
My name is Imo.
I'm Lola Ogumbadejo, and this is the Property First Show, your go-to show for all real estate matters.
Conversation on all our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google Plus at Property First Show. I'm Laile Oyatogun.
Property First Show, airing on this station every Monday by 8:30 p.m.
There's no doubt that building or buying a property is ultimately a good investment. However, real estate investment has its own fair share of risks, which should be taken into consideration when decisions are made. On our expert segment today, we have a seasoned professional who will be sharing with us insights into the opportunities that abound and the risks involved in real estate investments and how it can be avoided or minimized. Today, I have Mr. Ayo AKINMADE. Hello.
How are you?
Good to have you on the show. Now tell us, worldwide, we know that real estate investment is very lucrative. In fact, it's one of the most lucrative investments worldwide. Tell us about that.
Essentially, virtually anyone in life, from our parents, you name it, the first thing they tell you is get a house. Your home is your security. So worldwide, you find that most people would say one of the best investments you can have is your property. Now, first, your property that you live in, then properties for investment purposes. The British have a saying, safe as houses. So if you have a house, it can't disappear like a stock market investment or anything else. You can drive by and point to it. Most people would say that the property, house, home, a block of flats, a shop, however you define it, is an investment worth having.
So tell us, what does it really take to go into real estate investment? Do I have to have a lot of money to do it?
That's an interesting question. So I just defined a shop, a little cubicle in a space, a garage, a lock-up garage, to an estate in Banana Island. The range is extreme. So the first rule of thumb is do what you can, but don't stop. Don't say I won't do anything because I don't have any money. You know of that saying that no one ever built their house having all the money when they started. You do something and then you progress with the something. Get a piece of land, go and register for an allocation, and that will motivate you. So yes, the range is endless, but you must do something.
It is understood that risk is part of any investment, and real estate is no exception. How can these risks be minimized or averted?
In analyzing that, you have to identify what are the risks. So the first risk, if you can call it that, is, do I have the money? From my side, can I perform to what is required? So if it is that you have the funds, that's fine. If it is that you have to go and find the funds, you must make sure that you have the money so that you don't engage someone and halfway through there's a risk of not completing the project. The second is that when you then give your money to a builder, the risk that the person actually delivers what you want is very real. Most people will take some kind of performance bond, a guarantee, which is a document you take from the builder to say that I've asked you to do this building like this, and if you do not deliver it, somebody will pay me a kind of insurance on it to make sure that the item is delivered or the building is delivered to the specification that I want. You then have the building standing. There's a different kind of risk. Fire, flood, all sorts. So beyond even the, how shall we say, production stage or construction stage of the building, you have the building is actually now standing. What are the risks to your investment? You need to take insurance. You need to take insurance for fire, for theft, for content, to make sure that having invested all that money, you don't end up 5 years down the line without an investment and no recourse to anyone.
You know, from time to time, we see people who get money, you know, develop a property, get a little change again, develop another one. Is that how this business runs, or is there a body that governs the activities of people in this business?
There isn't really a body in the sense of a body that will govern the investment. Of course, there are various bodies that govern the structure. So, for example, to build the unit itself, you have to go to government, get application, get a permit to build to a particular standard. Architects have a body of architects and a standard around them, surveyors and the likes. But from the perspective of the investor, there isn't really, you choose what you want and you go and do it. There's no real structure. You just take it and you invest in something because someone brought it to you, because it is nice, because your friend invested in it. And that's the risk that you might get it right, the risk that you might spectacularly get it wrong.
So sir, I've heard that real estate investment is very juicy. So let us in on some of that juice.
There is no investment that isn't juicy, but the key with real estate is that it is substantial in size. Typically, the building itself will cost a lot more than maybe you could buy shares or stocks or things like that. But you would expect, as a standard rule of thumb, that you should be able to earn between 5 to 10% of your initial investment yearly on an investment in real estate. Most people in buying real estate would look at it in terms of how many years will it take me to get a return on my investment. And typically you'll be looking at 10 years. 10 to 12 years as the typical return period. It's juicy, you would say, but it is long enduring. So you could possibly have your grandfather leave a property that you all are still getting rentals on, pretty much great-grandchildren and the likes, compared to, let's say, you buy a piece of stock. A piece of stock, of course, can also last that time, but most times buildings by their nature are more long-lasting, and therefore the returns over the period is significant. If you take a typical building, let's say 50 years of returns on it, it's quite decent.
Quite enlightening. This brings me to the physical risks with properties. For instance, the aging of a building, which may lead to non-functional facilities. How can investors manage these issues?
Everything is from the beginning. Like they say in a house, the foundation. They even, our mothers will say the foundation is education in terms of making sure that initially the plan for the building is right. The structure to put the building on is right. So your foundation. Because you have issues where, for example, after the building is up, you have what's called subsidence. So the building may tilt, may slide. After a few years, you might see cracks appearing on the building. Those are issues to do with the very foundation and how the building was put up, which should have been addressed by you getting a professional who understands the terrain. Understanding the terrain is also relative. Understanding the terrain, for example, in Lekki Phase 1 is different from in Banana Island, and is different from in Ikeja, because the soil characteristics in the different locations are different. So in some places you might put a standard draft, in other places you might have to have a bigger structure.
On a final note, what message do you have for our audience as regards real estate investment?
I talk to a lot of young people, and the first thing I say to them is, whatever you do, try and have an investment in a property. Now, that doesn't necessarily have to be a house in Ikoyi, because we don't all have those resources. It could be a piece of land very close to Badagry. It doesn't matter where, but you must start, and you must start with something. 10 years later, when you come back, you'll be shocked at what people will offer you for that piece of land. That's an advice that I've always followed. Every time you have a little bit of money, find somewhere and just put the money down there. Forget that you did it and walk away. You'll be shocked 5, 7, 10 years after what that little bit of investment can be worth.
Wow, I have learned so much on the show, and I'm sure our viewers have learned a lot too. Thank you so much for sharing your wealth of experience and knowledge.
No problem.
And I hope that I, start buying properties not just in choice areas, but also, anywhere else.
You already have. We hear the rumors, but anyhow, make sure you do something. Don't say, oh, I don't have the money to buy this piece of land in Ikeja or VI. Wherever your money can fetch you something, go and buy it. I did say that I had an aunt, in fact it's my friend's aunt, called us in her 20s. We just left university, and she said, I can give you money, but rather I'll give you this advice. And the advice is, every year, she says, every year around November, December, find all the money that you have saved. Go until you find somewhere where that money will buy you a piece of land. Start from where you are, keep going until you find a point where that money will buy you a piece of land, and buy it. Don't worry about, oh, it's not where I would live or whatever. Just take the land and secure it. The risks, of course, around that, you don't want to buy land and then it's sold after. So do your research. Make sure you understand the communities where you can do that with. And government itself sells land at structured prices, and you're sure of what you're going to get. Whatever you do, take some money and buy land, buy property, buy a store, buy a shop, buy a garage, but do something. That's my final advice to you.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing your wealth of experience and knowledge. I'm thinking of buying properties in places that I have refused, Thank you so much. And we hope that you have us again on the show.
No worries. I'm passionate about real estate, so anytime, call me, I'll be here.
All right, so have a great day.
Thank you.
Hello and welcome to Property First Show, your go-to show for real estate matters. I'm Layale Oyatogun.
I'm Niyi Akinlese.
My name is Eve.
My name is Imo.
I'm Lola Ogumbadejo, and this is the Property First Show, your go-to show for all real estate matters.
conversation on all our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+, at Property First Show. I'm Layale Oyatogun.
Property First Show, airing on this station every Monday by 8:30 p.m.
It's been a really packed show today. Thank you for enjoying every second. For advert placements and inquiries, call the number 09020232719 or 081-8653-3938. Let the conversation continue at Property First Show. Till we come your way next week with another episode of your weekly guide in the real estate market. Remember, with Property First, you're covered. I'm Layale Oyatogun. Bye-bye.